Hey everybody, welcome to our next installment of the Viking Tarot deck. So today we're going to be covering the Minor Arcana Pentacles. So we're going to go through each card individually. I'll let you know what the card stands for and what is represented on the cards. So for the Pentacles, the choices that are on the cards that represent the Pentacles are the dwarves and the elves. They're considered the creators of handmade goods, makers of weapons and jewelry brought by the gods and heroes. Again, they are the symbol of the earth and of material wealth. So we're going to start with our Ace of Pentacles. So here's what the Ace of Pentacles looks like. And on the card is Albrecht, the dwarf who forged the ring of the Nibelung. Again, excuse me if I'm pronouncing things wrong. So that card actually represents success, power, and wealth. I mean, that is a good card to pull if you're looking to see what the future holds. Could show you that, you're going the right path towards success. The Two of Pentacles. Card here, and on it is the dwarves of Falar and Galar. And here they are created the hydromal of poetry. Now this card actually represents news, fun, and commitment. The Three of Pentacles is shown here. And shown on the card is of the dwarves constructing the celestial home called the Lyre. This card, when pulled, represents abundance, trade, and fame. Our Four of Pentacles features Austri, Vestri, Nordri, and Sudri, the dwarves who preside over the cardinal virtues. You can see them all listed here. This card actually represents security, inheritance, and boundaries. Our Five of Pentacles is shown here. I love the illustrations on these cards. So this shows the dwarf litter escaping after creating the 5 arrows and bow for the hero on. And this card actually represents worries, ambition, and expenses. Our Six of Pentacles features the gifts of the dwarves to the gods. Get in closer so you can see the gifts represented there. Focus, there we go. All right, so when this card is pulled, it represents presence, reward, and gratification. So our Seven of Pentacles features the dwarf Humbui, or Lavender, which you can actually see there in the card. So when pulled, this card can mean presence. Excuse me. We're talking about the 7, not the 6. So when pulled, this card can represent results, collection, or deliveries. So the Eight of Pentacles features the dwarf who constructed the chain for Fenrir. It represents commission, skill, and ability. The Nine of Pentacles represents a mysterious elf. And this card actually represents prudence, realization, and discernment. Our Ten of Pentacles represents the dwarf Andvari, transformed into a pike and his wealth. Show it here, being transformed. All right, so this card actually represents prosperity, copiousness, and waste. Our Knave of Pentacles features the dwarf Eldus, petrified after an argument with Thor. And this card represents riddles, requests by a young man, and reflection. The Knight of Pentacles, shown here, depicts a dwarf Dane on the wild boar of Freya. This card represents useful person, surprises, and friendliness. Our Queen of Pentacles represents an elf queen. And this card means dark-haired woman, interest, and ally. And our last card in the Pentacles is the King. And depicted on the card is the dwarf Valen, or Devalen. This card actually represents a man of valor, rule, and mathematician. Spread these back out for you here. So as I've mentioned in previous videos, with these cards, again, it really depends on the questions asked, the type of reading you're doing, how the core cards appear. While you could have some of these that are good, they could be in a line that shows that, yeah, things are going to be great, and then another card after shows that while things were great, it's going to decline. So while we can go in depth into each individual card, a lot of it does depend on, your reading, where your cards lay, how the card is. If the card is, when pulled upside down, it's actually the opposite. So there's a lot of meanings with these cards, and we just went over the basic meanings. We didn't get too in depth. Again, this is all about interpretation and how the reader interprets the cards, the feelings that they get from the cards, as well as, like I said, where it falls within there. So we'll get more into readings and different spreads. That'll be our last one from the series. We do have one more coming up next Friday, and that will be the Wands. No, I take that back. We do have Swords after that. So we have two more. We have the Minor Arcana Wands and then Swords. So next week we'll go through the Wands, and we'll get more into that as well. And then we'll have our Swords, and then after that we'll get more into spreads. I'll show you a few different spreads. I won't do a reading for you or myself because, again, it varies. And, I could do a reading on a video, but it's not going to mean much to myself. So, remember, we release videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Monday is our Metaphysical Corner series. At the time of recording, we are currently going and taking a look at consciousness. Wednesday is our tutorial, craft tutorial, showing you kind of behind the scenes of how we make some of our products. And then, of course, Friday is our informational series. If you're not yet subscribed, make sure you go ahead and hit the red subscribe button down below. If you want to be notified every time a video is released, then you can go ahead and hit the little bell to get notifications. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, and we will see you next time. Bye!